divinitas salutaras, vativas libertas.
Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Rome Remastered. Right, okay, let's dive in. It's been a little bit of a slowdown with the content recently. As I said in the last couple of streams, I had a busy couple of weeks coming up, and that shall be coming to an end on Tuesday. So from Wednesday onwards, it's going to be back to normal for me now. So. But I am squeezing in this session, also another session of Dark Side's Detective as well, to keep you occupied over the next couple of days or so until I can return on Wednesday. But we're here now. So what the hell's going on? Well, I seem to recall that we were under attack by some British folks besieging Numantia. We're trying to, initially trying to sort this situation out with our swaths of Denari, sending up Karadimos Volubilis, the diplomat, to try and see if he can get them to stand down and maybe even switch sides, who knows. And if that fails, then we have Otzi the Vacay taking an army to try and, well, sort things out by force. Between the two of them, I'm hoping that we can prevent Numantia from falling. I don't really want this British army to get behind the walls of Numantia, because it will make life just that little bit more tricky to take it back, but we'll see. So that's the situation over in Iberia. Elsewhere, we've got some pirates just straying very close to our ports. Just keep an eye on that, and there's no fleets over this side at the moment because they are besieging, or rather blockading, the ports of Narbo, Martius and Massilia on the Julii's ports there, so we'll have to keep an eye on that and see what happens. 3 family members heading to 1 to Palma, 2 to Iberia on a fleet of ships. Pretty decent fleet, should be okay. So they're off over there, hopefully to churn out some of those lovely Balearic slingers, and basically to have a bit more of a family member presence in Iberia. We'll see what happens. So they're on the move, and other than that, other things happening. We are recruiting we're just going to basically see if we can recruit another army, which will probably end up either shipping across to Iberia, depending on what happens. Might even ship up towards the Julii up here. May even ship down to Egypt. By the time it's finished, we'll see where it's most needed, and we'll take it to wherever that is. So here we are recruiting Sacred Band, so probably 4 or 5 units of them. Over here we are recruiting Peony Infantry, so we'll get 4 or 5 units of them, some spears. We're also going to get from Carthage 4 units of Sacred Band Cavalry, along with our War and Armoured Elephants too. By that time we may have another unit or 2 of Balearic Slingers as well, so this army should be ready to rock and roll in, well, probably about 10 turns or something. But yeah, it's going to be another campaigning army, which will be headed up by one of the young bloods that's currently sat idle in Carthage, I imagine. So yeah, another army is being recruited to be put to work wherever we need their services most. But for the time being, we have to make do with what we've got, which, to be honest with you, isn't too shabby. So up here in the lands of, well, the Julii as once was, we're about to take Patavium. Bizaltes will then head to take Iuvavum. We were debating whether to do that with him, but why leave a job half done? It's only a small diversion. He will take Iuvavum. Might as well finish the job properly. He'll then come back down and set to work on taking down Rome. So that's going to be fun for Bizaltes at the ripe old age of 49, getting a move on so that he can get back to Carthage before he pops his clogs. Mediolanum, we've got Gisco and Giscon sat there garrisoning at the moment. We're going to put them to work eventually. Once we've got the situation a bit more secure here and start to head to Rome, we're going to end up using them to do one of 2 things. First of all, they may support Bizaltes in the attack on Rome. if not that, they're going to push towards the Julii lands over here. So for the moment, they're just sitting and waiting for the order to be given. Gisco is 58 though, so he could pop his squad any moment now, but hey, Giscon will have to take the reins if that does happen. Speaking of family members, actually, I just did one thing off camera as well. Theopanis, our faction heir, I mean, he's pretty spiffing, isn't he? He's 61, but he could drop dead at a moment's notice. So actually, I haven't done it. I didn't do it. I was planning to do it, and I've obviously forgotten to do it. So what I'm going to do is, we don't want, if he dies, we lose all of his followers, which is a waste. So he's going to pass them on to his son Chiron, who's sat waiting. He's going to take over as governor of Corduba when his father passes, and so it's a shame for them to go to waste. You know, he's enjoying his retirement. He doesn't need followers anymore. It's not all about. He just wants drink and art. So let's go down. Let's find Chiron. Where is he? There he is. Look at that. And he's going to get all of the followers from his father. Should just take literally one turn because they're on top of each other, aren't they? So it shouldn't be a problem. Just got to find the damn things. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. This is the maximum that he can have, and I think that might well be everything there. So that should have happened instantaneously. There you go. He's now got followers of his own. His father will have none, but he doesn't need any. He still commands a 7 influence without followers. I mean, good grief, followers, it's just more mouths to feed, you know. So he's fine there. So that's that. And then down here, of course, we have the situation with the Egyptians. We're about to take Cyrene in a couple of turns. Just whittle them down and take that. We tried to bribe them, but they were so greedy that we're not going to spend 80,000 to do that. We're just going to take it by force. And then, of course, we've got this situation here. Tios Eugetes straying so frightfully close to our Milcarum. Yes, they're going to get a rude awakening very shortly, I feel. So that's the situation. So in today's session, the plan is have a bit of a pop at Cyrene, take down this guy, and take what do you call it, Pataphium, and then hopefully also figure out what's going to happen to Numantia. So let's crack on. See what happens. Let's do it. Starting with you.
My liege, engage the enemy!
I mean, they may run. They may fight, actually, to be fair. Wow, they've got a lot of archers. 2 family members. This is going to be a bit of a pain, this fight, to be honest with you. I don't know why they're all whittled down to such a small number, to be honest with you. Not a clue how this has happened. Do we really care? I don't think so. Danger gleams like sunshine to a brave man's eyes.
A battle's never easy, but on my orders.
Time for speeches here. So the plan really in this fight is to utilise our horses to run down as many of these archers as possible. They do have some spear units, of course, the Pharaoh's Guard, so we'll send our infantry in to pin them down. I just don't want to lose too many men, is all.
Infantry! Hoplite! Infantry! Units group!
We're rather awkwardly behind a rock. It's a bit of a pain. I have to spread these guys kind of like that to get them past the rock.
Iberian infantry!
Something like that. That's not what I was supposed to do, to be honest with you. But it's happened now, hasn't it? Right, let's spread them out a bit. I don't want my bandit slingers in this fight, simply because the enemy do have those Pharaoh's Guard, the Pharaoh's Bowmen, sorry, and they are a pain.
General.
Heart of pain.
Quick, units. Units, run. Units, run.
And I don't want them to take down any of my slingers in sort of skirmish
Move at the double.
confrontation. Right, there you go. So there, that seems about right to me. Maybe it'll do. We just need to. Okay, well,
Units.
let's. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, let's get ourselves sorted here. Something like about that. Just walk, please. Don't mind.
Units.
Let's get our elephants and horses kind of ready.
At the double.
That.
Units.
And those guys on that side, like that. Slingers.
Units.
And then just about there.
At the double.
So Pharaoh's guards. So we should be able to overwhelm them in numbers, to be honest with you, without too much of an issue. Just gotta be careful we don't get any too close in range, really. In terms of horses or elephants in range of archer fire, we've got a hill advantage, unfortunately. We could try to negate that a little bit if we wished to be tactical, but I still do fear the range of the bowmen. So Pharaoh's guards, a couple of them. It's just a crap ton of Pharaoh's bowmen. An absolute crap ton. They're firing.
At the double.
They are firing up on our horses and stuff.
Units.
Not very nice of them.
Units. Units. Move at the double.
We're going to have to push up this hill because they are going to keep peppering us rather annoyingly. Pharaoh's guards. Okay. Kind of just look, the kind of, oh Jesus. Right, we're going in, we're going in. Okay, down he goes.
He sacrificed himself rather than leading his men to a dignified defeat.
We got a few men running. Holy cow. Lost quite a lot of infantry here. Oh, there we go. They're running now. As I did say, it did look like a bit of a pesky fight, that one. It did have a few semi-decent troops.
General! Cavalry!
The enemy flee! Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity!
Cavalry!
That's it. Oh, hang on. Our elephants are toying with somebody here.
Spearmen! Shield cavalry! Attack! Awaiting your command!
Victory is yours! And no one can
Okay,
argue
so
that
we
it is
lost
not
about
both
500 men
well-deserved
there.
and worthy.
As did they. They lost... Yeah, it was a bit of a 50-50 fight. Trouble is, we're not close to any kind of replenishment at the moment. We could have maybe bribed that army and saved the numbers, and we haven't completely obliterated them either. They are running off though, which is useful.
Victory! Mighty General!
Okay, so yeah, we've suffered losses, so we're a little bit battered. I mean, if we can take down Seaward and get some replenishments from there, it would be good. I think we're going to end up taking this by force, so we'll
Your humble servant
bring him down,
here is to obey.
so he can help us. We can
Mighty General!
replenish some of our infantry
Mighty General! Mighty General! Mighty General!
with these guys. Let's bring them in.
March!
And we'll just do something a little bit like this, just kind of. There we go, just top them up like that. There we go, and bring another one in.
Mighty General! March!
Top them up. Top them up. There we go.
Sire!
Go out.
Leaving the army. Mighty
back
General!
in.
Move out!
Okay, so a little bit of replenishment.
Sire! Onward!
Carry on down the road. There's a few last dregs left.
Sire? Orders?
Okay, so yes, we are making headway into Egypt, slowly but surely. And if that army can cause quite a lot of concern
Orders?
to our full stack, this could be a tougher fight than I maybe have gave them credit for. We'll have to wait to see what happens, but we'll continue onwards. A galloper Mulcairn gets, which gives him 5 management, 1 influence. That doesn't give him that, of course, but that's what he's got. Galloper, 1 command when attacking. Oh, excellent, there you go. He's already learning the art of war. Very good, very good.
My liege!
Right, excellent. So that's that situation. Next up on the list of stuff to do, because this is going to be auto-resolve, so let's see if we can get this done
Mighty
now.
General.
Was it next turn? No, it's next turn, is that? It's next
Besieging
turn.
settlement, sir!
Okay, what about this? Is this next turn?
Mighty General!
No, that's now. Perfect. Look at the odds. I'm almost tempted to auto-resolve this. Of course not, because we'll end up losing the vital troops. So what we're going to actually do is we'll get ourselves into position. We'll get the fight started, and then I'll cut to the back end, just because it is going to be the usual Balearic Slinger onslaught. If we do get into the city, we do have the benefits of the puny infantry,
Let
who
us
should
pray to the
hold
heavens and
fast
then take up the
in the
sword
narrow
and
streets against the chariots. So that should also work to our advantage. So that should be pretty good. Now, they don't have any, as far as I'm aware, look at the state of all this. They don't have any, that's what I'm looking for, missile troops. So we should have free reign to just bash the walls down, take our guys in. Oh, why my slingers are carrying rams, but that's not a good idea, is it? The answer to that question is no, it's not. Oh, of course, this is the army with Sacred Band in it as well. Oh. Dear, dear. Yeah, Sacred Band, Peony Infantry. Their chariots can go to hell, if you ask me. They're going to have no chance. I'm hoping. I've not used Sacred Band before, so we'll see their effectiveness. Although I don't really wish to waste them if we don't have to. Save it for a tough battle. There's those Pharaoh's guards. They're nasty. Nasty pieces of work. Where's Spearman? Where's my Spearman? Okay, Peony Infantry, go pick a ram up, will you please? Oh, they can't use rams? Can they not use rams? Maybe I have to remove them from phalanx. There you go. Phalanx. You guys already firing? Oh, they are. Oh, they're not even messing about, are they? They're straight into the action. They're straight into the action. Okay, we like that.
Your soldiers have brought the ram to the gates. Your soldiers and the
chariots have
battling
3
ram
hit
are the
points,
walls.
rather annoyingly.
Now comes the test of their courage.
Okay, we'll see what happens. Look at this. Absolute field of chaos. They are falling. They are falling.
The battering ram has done its work. Your soldiers have broken the enemy gate.
Ram! Ready!
Your soldiers are through the enemy walls. Show no mercy. Order them to finish the defenders.
Okay. Spearmen just to pull back out of the line of fire. Might as well just wait now. And pick the ram up. What is this idiot doing? You loose chariots, just there you go. Thank you.
Your men have taken the walls. Now the way to your victory is clear.
Pharaoh's guards. They have a unit of Pharaoh's guards stuck in here. I didn't notice them. Chariots. Their men are coming forward in a state of disarray, wondering what the hell's happening here. We'll soon find out. Halfway. Have they picked this ram up yet or what? Now they do. There you go. Smash that down for us, please. Thank you so kindly. So the problem that we have... range at the minute, are we? If you can trigger these guys to start running around like lunatics, then we'll be fine. So what we'll do... come forward a touch. Hopefully this will get us in range to start firing upon them. And then when we start firing upon them, hopefully they'll start moving into missile range. Be careful, you know, with these guys, as they come out the gates.
and the battling ram are at the walls. Now comes the test of their courage.
Where are you going? No, 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 no. That's not what we need to be doing right now. That's not what we need to be doing. There we go. Now we're in range. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get them to start coming a bit closer to us. So we can then put them down. There we are. There we are. Look at that. That's it. Look, Nubian cavalry. Some horses. Chariots are falling, but they're not moving.
The cowardly enemy cannot hide. You have breached the walls. Begin the slaughter.
Lovely.
Butcher them!
Oh wow. That's put paid to them, hasn't it, pretty much? It certainly has. Right, we'll just come back this way. I mean, there's still a handful of them left. Like 12. What are you doing? Just stay still. Oh, look at that big clump to aim for.
Orders completed!
Okay, that'll do. Let's just...
Units! Units, cease fire!
Cease fire. There we go. Peppered them to death. So what I want to really achieve here
Units!
in this next phase, actually, is to try and see if we can goad some of these men to come into our range. So I'm going to start taking in
Libyan spearmen!
our infantry troops. So yeah, you know the drill. I'm going to skip towards the end of the battle where the time starts to expire, or whether we actually decide to move our men in. Depends what happens, but yeah, this is just going to be a slow and methodical capture of this town. We can't afford to lose too many men here. It's an elite army. We want to preserve as many men as possible to take on tougher Egyptian threats. And this isn't a second where we can replenish any of these guys, because it's quite a small one in the first place. So I'll be back with you when things develop a bit further. Okay, so we've got 6 minutes to go, and we've finally expended all of our ammunition here. As you can quite clearly see, the streets are littered with the bodies of dead Egyptians. So what I'm quite tempted to do is try one unit of Sacred Band to see how tough they are. Is it worth it with 5 minutes to go? Just throwing the lives away of an elite unit. I don't want to pitch them against Pharaoh's guards if I can help it, but I want to see how they would cut through potentially the Nubian spears, for example. So we'll just even the puny infantry, to be quite honest with you,
Infantry!
probably gonna be able to do a decent number on the spears. So you know what, we'll just plot ourselves in. Let their spears go against our spears and see what happens here. This is a bit of an experiment. I just want to test the... I mean, obviously they're peppered, they're whittled down, they're exhausted because they've been running around inside like idiots. So they're all exhausted. So if we've got a quality advantage over the spears, I don't want to face off against the Pharaoh's Guard, that's the only issue. So they are the elite spear of the enemy. Even though they are exhausted, they're probably still going to give us a bit of an issue. And there's only 88 of them and they are exhausted, so we should be able to beat them, but this is not the experiment I want to do. I want to do an experiment against the Nubian spears, not against these people. So we may pull out. They're going to come, aren't they? We'll just be throwing lives away needlessly here because we are going to take the draw and then come back again. We have only got one unit of chariots left. Okay, fine. Fine, if you don't want to play ball. And to be honest with you, if we pinned them in here, we could actually flank them through the gaps. Could cause a bit of devastation. Flank them with the spears here. Pin them in.
Orders completed, great lord.
We'll do that in the next fight because I'm not going to do this 3 times. Once to weaken and then a second time to finish them off. We'll take the infantry in the next battle, regardless of what happens. I don't want to be overly cheesy now, do I? I mean, doing it once is bad enough. Yeah, they're going to get a draw. Obviously, a draw out of this. They all come forward now with confidence because I've got no ammunition left. So they're just going to sit here. So we'll skip forward. We'll take the draw. We'll let our slingers find more rocks in the desert, as you do, and then we'll go again next turn. But at least in the next turn we get to go again here. In the next turn we get to capture Patavia. Yeah, Patavia. We also get to see what happens with the British as well. So let's take the draw. Well, it's a defeat actually, classed as. We lost a whopping 27 men to their 1,000. We'll certainly take that. Playing the old numbers game. In fact, technically speaking...
Run for your lives! The siege is broken!
What I was planning on doing, and I've completely forgotten, was I was going to actually take the diplomat to see if the price would now be cheaper, considering that we've whittled the numbers down. And look at that, they've replenished, you see. They've replenished. Unless these were the forces that were not touched by our fire. I'm struggling to believe that there's this many men untouched by our...
Orders! Engage the enemy!
By our fire. Anyway, next turn they get whittled down even further. We'll deal with these.
Yes, mighty lord. My liege.
This situation. But yeah, that's everything done this turn. So let's end the turn, see what happens, and then we'll finish this off. Now, where is this happening? Where the hell is this? Oh, this is my fleet that's trying in earnest to get to the diplomat, to get him across the land of the Pontus. It's just never going to happen, is it? It's just never going to happen. We're destined never to get ships up there.
Our ships are under attack!
Now what are you doing?
Our ships are under attack! Roll for your lives!
Oh my god, seriously. This is like something out of a Carry On film.
Our ships are under
Carry On
attack.
cruising. The Julii are trying to get out of the Massalia and Nabo Martia situation, so they've tried to lift the blockade and obviously failed miserably. And the Julii are now... Oh, they're coming into Italy, interestingly. Okay, we like this. We like this very much. Britannia, though, we don't like. Hopefully they won't attack Numantia. They haven't attacked Numantia. Perfect. Perfect. And the Greek cities are parleying with the Julii. I hope they're saying something rather rude and not trying to negotiate some kind of friendly terms. That would not do. That is for sure. Rebels. Right, okay, so this, we're going to end the session without doing too much here. Kieron gets all his stuff. Oh no, that's an extra. That's a little added bonus for Kieron there. Xenophanes gets Apollonius of Persia. +1 to management. Danal Emerita gets an Athenian Democrat. Gisco Geddes gets a Master of Archers. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So this session's probably going to be about 14 minutes by the time I've done some editing and stuff. So what we're going to do to finish the session off then is I'll do all the building work and the management off camera as usual. We've got a few red faces going on. Sort them out as well. But, oh Jesus. Oh boy. It's all kicking off royally, folks. It's kicking off royally. The Julii are on the move into our lands, it seems. The Julii cometh. Cometh the hour, cometh the Julii. So they are coming down. They have got the British and the Julii a two-pronged attack on us, it seems. And this is quite a problem because he can't defend two places. So this diplomacy has to work. It has to work. And we have to pay it whatever the cost.
Yes, mighty
So
lord.
here we go. Here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. Please work.
I will speak
Come
with them
on.
at
Money
once.
talks. 50 grand, bargain. Just get them out of our hair. We'll get a family member out of it as well. He can then sit in Numantia, govern the place. Come on, this has to work. If it doesn't
Be
work,
quick.
we're in
Our
trouble.
patience is limited.
If he's got any kind of scruples, we're screwed.
If we may have a private word.
97,000! You're having a laugh.
Until next time.
You are joking, man.
Yes, mighty lord.
97,000 to bribe an army. It was cheaper to bribe a damn city. Well, okay, we're in trouble. We can still afford it, but I mean, do we want to bankrupt ourselves? Oh, I might leave that decision and say to you guys, what do you think? The next session of this will be a stream, so we can get our heads together and come up with a plan, potentially. Oh, sorry, I just had to grab my late lunch here. Right, okay, so yes, this situation, we need to sort something out. Do we pay the extortionate cost? Bribe that army away and take this army back to deal with this army here? Do we take this army to deal with this army and not pay the cost, but then end up with Oscar in a pickle and the Julii come crashing through? All decisions to be made, all choices, all decisions. Julii coming forth here. They're liking their chances. They sense, oh, there's a way back into Italy. Ho ho, we can be heroes. We can come back and capture lost land. Gisco's waiting for you, pal. I don't want to get too excited. So we'll sort that out as well. We're probably going to take Gisco out and take the fight to the battlefield here. Captain Neus, Oppius and others versus Gisco and Giscon. It's going to happen. This army is coming out and we're going to fight. Which is absolutely fantastic because if they beat these... when Gisco defeats these two armies, he is left then completely and utterly free to take Massalia and Narbo because of the fact that this army is coming down here. I've got a little thought. Depends how quick we can get things done, because I'm thinking if we capture Patavium, head quickly to Iuvavum and take that, and then take down Massilia and Narbo before he takes Oscar, for example, their army would then, they would cease to exist, their faction would be destroyed. The likelihood of us doing that is pretty slim to none. I don't think we're going to move that quickly. But it's an option, it's a possibility. Answers on a postcard, people. Quite the quandary, quite the pickle. But anyway, let's move down to Egypt to see what's happening here. We have this seems to have maybe replenished a little bit, not too much, I don't think. So we go again. We only need 3 rounds. We go again. They may have replenished a little bit and stuff, but they're still, yeah, they're still in a world of trouble. So this time we have to take the fight to them. We'll still pepper them and weaken them, but we're going to then end up going in. We will suffer losses, but it's the nature of the beast. We can't pepper them to death for time infinitum. So that's going to happen there. Here, this army. I mean, seriously.
Yes,
How
mighty
much?
lord.
Come on, just
Be quick.
Just be gone.
Our patience is limited.
How much?
We may
31
have
grand.
a private
Okay,
until
yeah.
next
These
time.
people think because we've got a load of money, these people think they can con us and they can rob us and they can do all kinds of nonsense to us. Extortion springs to mind. Oh, interesting.
Mighty general, attack!
They're gonna, yeah, they are gonna retreat. They are gonna retreat. I don't know how to resolve this though, because it's gonna take away some of my elite units, but we need to get rid of
Mighty
them.
general,
So we might have to bite the bullet, although technically speaking what we could do is what we have done in the past, which is take
order, my liege.
these guys out.
Leaving the army.
Let's see what happens here. And then go in with just him.
Mighty general,
Although it does weaken us a little bit because we lose our elite troops, but I mean, come on, there's not much to these guys.
my liege. Attack!
We lost a few troops. Oh, for heaven's
Victory!
sake, are you kidding me?
Orders, my liege. Onward.
They still are alive. Don't believe it. What a waste of my time. I've lost
Mighty
more
general.
men, but they still live.
Great one.
How much now?
Be quick. Our patience is
Blasted
limited.
fools.
We may
24
have a
grand. Right,
private
that'll
word.
do.
Well,
Gives us an extra
when you
family
put it
member
like that.
Mighty
as
general,
well.
my liege. Orders.
Come hither.
Move out. Mighty general. Onward. Mighty general. Merging armies.
There we go.
Sire. My liege.
Okay, so we have an extra family member, which we're going to take him, our turncoat Neko Sota. We're going to take him up here. Because once we've taken Cyrene, he can then govern the place, you see.
Sire.
And we can then take
My liege.
Milk
Orders.
of Magnesia. What's he called? Zixus? Oh, this is Zixus. Sorry, wrong army.
Orders.
Apologies, Zixus. I'm insulting you. You're one of the heroes of Iberia. Yeah, we can then take Zixus and the entire force out and across to Alexandria, and then we've got at least a governor here, which is pretty decent.
Mighty
So he's off
general.
up there. The bribering is
Your
done.
humble
He's coming back
servant.
now this way.
Yes, my liege.
Next target is this army. So between us and him,
Awaiting your
we
command.
should be able to deal with it before we head to Siwa. So the advancements continue. Cyrene shall soon fall, so we'll be hopefully capturing 2 Egyptian lands in the not too distant future. So that's good. So the final act of the session then is the usual.
Orders.
Out
My
with these
liege.
guys. Out
Mighty
with
general.
these guys. Come back.
Leaving the army. Mighty
Attack
general. Besieging
Attack.
settlement 10.
and kill.
Mighty general.
Kill! Wrong. I pressed the wrong button. Silly me. Kill! We lost a few men.
Glorious Victory.
It's fine.
Settlement captured.
Extermination. topsy old coffers back up once again, of course. Pop him in, and then we shall replenish the lost men over a couple of turns before we need to then head up very swiftly to Iuvavum. But there we go. The Julii have been pushed out of Italy. We have all of their heartlands as once was. So yes, folks, join me in the next session, which will be a stream hopefully sort of next week sometime, and we shall continue to crack on. Until then, see you soon.